Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This time I'm going to show you how to tie two different types of gummy rigs, also the twin hook snell snapper rig as well, also a single Paternoster style way of tying these rigs, both of these rigs, for Westernport to basically get your baits away from where stingrays, banjos and other things will be feeding, but still be able to get your gummies and your snapper as well. This is a rig that I picked up from watching someone else, Peter Ferguson, Fishing with Fergie. I saw his rig, I've tried it out. Actually, Shameless was running these rigs in our video fishing the Big 3 comp for our fishing club. So what I'll do is I'll run through what I've got here. So I've got his favourite circle hooks, the glow in the dark BKK 8090 circle hook. These are not inline, they're offset, but still a great circle hook nonetheless. I've also got a 4.0 and a 5.0 suicide pattern, or octopus pattern, whatever they're calling them these days. So that's what we would use for, actually that's a 6, no, it's, yeah, I think that's a 6.0. That's a 6.0 4.0. My apologies. So that's how we would run them for a snood rig. And also the Jinkai 60-pound leader, and of course the easy rig for our sinker. I'll cut a bit of the 10-12 pound and show you how we run that as well. Okay, so just a standard gummy rig, which would run with the easy rig, length of leader, about arm widths apart. Now this is the Jinkai Tough or Plus, so it's the stronger leader, not the supple stuff like the green one is, which I find to be a lot better, and that's why it's in the boat. I also run this if I'm running near any sort of rough ground or anything like that. This still will tie a great knot. It's just that little bit more abrasion resistant. So what we do is, for our gummy with a single circle hook, what we do is go through the bottom of the eye, back out through the top. Now, I use a blood knot. You can do a locked blood knot, which I'll show you now. So what I do is I just hold it above the eye and I go around 6 times. 6, 3. And usually for me, that's all I would do. I won't do a locked blood knot. I would stop there. And I'd pull it tight from there. But a locked blood knot, which is what we're doing now, you go back through the loop you created from all your twists, like so. When you lubricate, it doesn't want to do the lock for me. Poke it through. As I was saying before, you poke it through the loop you created at the top to lock it off. Like so. Pull it all together. It doesn't want to do the lock for me. So we'll just do the normal blood knot. I'll show you the lock blood knot on the next one. Again, just keep pulling it down nice and tight. What you'll get is a knot like so. That's not going to come undone. I don't normally do, like I said, I don't normally do the locked blood knot. I just do a normal blood knot. Now, circle hooks are brilliant because they roll in the corner of the jaw of the fish. So the fish comes along, bites, that will go in and find the hard point of the jaw and roll and lock in like so. and that's it, it's locked in. And that's how you keep your fish. And almost all the time, and especially with a inline circle hook, will only roll in the corner of the jaw, whereas these can also catch anywhere, down the stomach or anywhere else. They can get it down and get it stuck. But it's also great for when you want to do catch and release. And again, leader of about 1.2 to 1.5 meters long. We can get that in the shot. Swivel up here, swivel up here. I'm not going to put one on today. Let's put that aside. And then you'd run your easy rig above your swivel on your main line, running up and down. Now, to do the Paternoster style one, you probably wouldn't need the 1.5. I'd say about 600, 800 mil long. $600 to 800 mil long. Again, make a loop for your sinker. Go through the loop once, twice, and then I would be pulling that up a little bit higher. Pull that tight, like so. And then cut off the tag. Even though it's only for the sinker, it doesn't matter. Still cut off your tags. So there you have your sinker loop. And again, I've made this short just for demonstration purposes. Again, can do like we would for a whiting rig, like I did in another video, like so. Twist the line around, poke the loop through into your teeth, pulling from both ends, creating your loop. Yes, that's a bit short, but that's okay. So I'm going to show you two different ways to use that loop. Now, we can do it the same way we did for the whiting. Pinch it together. Also put a Lumo sleeve on there just to give it a bit of bite protection. And stick it through front of the hook, or the back of the hook even. Probably be a better idea. Through the back, over and around, then pull it down, and there you have a single Paternoster with a circle. There's also another way, which I will show you now, to extend that loop to make it, oops, where'd it go? Down here. To make it a little bit easier to change rigs, so you get bitten off a few times or whatever, or you find yourself snagging on anything, or getting things with teeth biting you off, or just want to change rigs over, change over from one hook to another, smaller hook. This time I'll try to do a locked blood knot. So through and around. So what you do is now, you tie your hook as normal. I'll try to do a locked blood knot this time. And I'll find where the tag's gone. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that'll do. Through the bottom loop, back through the top loop. Out, that hook is sharp. Pull it all tight there. lubricate, and then pull it down tight. Not that it wants to now, it's locked itself at the top there. There we go. Pull it all down tight. Ow. That hook really wants to get into something. Pull it down tight. Sometimes you might need to give it a bit of persuasion. Usually that'll pull down a bit more, like so. There we go. Like I said, a bit of persuasion. There we go. There's a locked blood knot. Let's cut that tag off when I can get the pliers to go where I want them to. Like so. Now we can make a loop like so, or even a bit longer. So we've got a little bit extra leader there. Probably make it a little bit longer. About there. Sorry, hang on. So we want the hook to hang a little bit more freely. So what we'll do is we'll make the loop here. Around, and same as what we did for the sinker dropper. Through once, through twice. So I'm going to go through a third time, just to be on the safe side. And we're going to pull that tight, like so. Cut that tag off. Like so. Now you have a single hook with a dropper loop. You have your Paternoster with your dropper loop. Poke it through. Hold it. Grab your hook, pull your hook through. Camera's falling. My apologies about that. There you have an extended and quick change Paternoster. Whereas now you can see that's sitting on the table. Sinker, bait, hangs, gummy can smell it, snapper can smell it. They're going to come up, they're going to take that, and if you get bitten off or anything else, it's just as simple to change as it is to put on. Pull the leader line, pull the line up, pull the hook through, and boom, change it over onto another one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one again. I use this Paternoster again, but this time I'm going to make a early season snapper rig. So I'm going to cut about a metre of line, a metre a litre. So I've got my jinkai, about a metre, a little bit over a metre maybe, but that's okay, we're going to use a bit of it up anyway. So we'll go with our big hook on the bottom. This is for early season snapper, or if you're like me, I use it during winter as well, because there is every chance that there could be a snapper or something else swimming past your boat and you not know it. And again, so you go around 6 times, 7 times, depending on how heavy your leader is. This is only 60 pound. Again, always lubricate with a bit of saliva. Pull that tag down. It's going to play funny buggers again. Just put it in your teeth. Give it a bit of a pull. No. Down like so. This is probably the only hard part about using the harder lines or the harder leaders, is the fact that they can be difficult to tie knots with. But that ain't going anywhere with that. They can be a pain to tie knots with, but they are great leaders. And Jinkai is a very great leader. I've been using it for years. I did use Jarvis Walker at one stage, and I've changed over to Jinkai since. Trying some of my brother's Jinkai a few years ago. And haven't looked back since. Now, for these, working out your distance between your hooks all depends on what sort of bait you're running. Now, if you're running like a squid ring, that sort of distance is perfect. Even, you know, long squid strips, long fillets of fish. If you're going to run a chunk bait, I'd say about, you know, two and a bit finger spaces, 3 finger spaces apart is perfect. Now, pinch the line together, wrap it around the neck of the hook or the shank of the hook. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep going until it gets in line with the point, which should be about 14 to 16 times. I don't count, I go to the point of the hook. There you go, I've just hit it now. I'll pull that leader all the way down. Now, back through the bottom of the eye. Pull it up. Pull it tight. There you have it. Snooted hook. It's attached to the main line, to the leader line. Fish grabs it. That ain't going anywhere. He's going to get straight on the hook. Now again, I've maybe made this a little bit too long, but again, make a loop. Go through 3 times, again, like so, pull it tight, being careful not to put the hook in your hand, just cut away that leader, that bit of leader, the bit of tag there. Grab that Paternoster rig, wherever we put it. Over here. Same deal. Loop. Loop. Just poke your loop through. Grab the other end of your leader. Take your hooks through. You will have that bit of trouble with the knots there, but that's okay. And there you have it. You can make those droppers as long or as short as you want. Like I said, this is just a demonstration purpose. This will be a little bit longer. You have a bit longer leader, it'll probably be up here, and you have a swivel, sinker, bait, perfect to catch snapper in the early season. And again, quick changeover to go back to a circle hook. Can make the loops shorter, can make the loops longer, can make your Paternoster longer, shorter, however you want. That will now sit in Westernport current or anywhere with fast current. Sinker will sit on the bottom and that'll sit out and float in the current perfectly. Alright guys, that should do it for now. Hopefully those 3 rigs will help you. Again, if you don't want to use a circle hook, you can just use a single one of the suicides that we had here before, that we used for these. You run a single 6-0, 5-0, whatever, like we've done with the circle hook for a single hook, to catch gummies and other big fish out there. Alright guys, I hope